9 minutes left. Guess what? The S&P just hit session highs. We're about a 1.5 off it right now. What happens in these last couple of minutes? Closing bell is about to ring. Simonetti standing by at the New York Stock Exchange. Trent Wagner's at the CME with the most important thing he just saw in these last couple of minutes. And the man who might be better than Buffett, John Buckingham, joining us live from California. Lauren, I want to start with you right off the bat. We're seeing some pretty interesting movement here. S&P close to session highs. Dow getting back up there, too.
Dow's about 20 points away from its session high. It's the final hour, the final moments at this point. You always see a lot of activity here. I was taking a look at the sectors, the 10 different S&P sectors, all over the place today. But I got to tell you, there's just one sector in the red right now showing me that this is a market that wants to keep up the rally. The only sector that's down is utilities. Also, energy. Energy has been the story all week. It's either the best performer like today or the worst performer every single day this week, Liz.
It's amazing to see that. And I want to just quickly take a look at the NASDAQ as well. You have Intel, which is both a Dow component and a NASDAQ component. And despite the fact that Intel is really pretty much the Dow negative here, because actually Intel just turned positive. Oh, now that's interesting because it had been the Dow laggard. If we can look at an intraday of Intel, INTC, right now it is just at the flat line for the moment here. Very interesting because it had been negative just until after about noon here. So we're watching this very closely. Looks like it has backed away from its offer to buy Altera for around $54 a share because Altera basically rejected that. Trent, what's the most important thing you're keeping your eye on right now?
Biggest news here in Chicago, Liz. Sell-off in the Treasury markets. Two major contributors. The weak auction earlier today in the 30-year bond market, as well as hawkish talk yesterday from two Fed members indicating a June rate hike is not out of the question. Neither of these two items have lasting legs in our opinion. From the demand standpoint, Liz, we still think global yield seekers will come in. We feel there's a ceiling on how high these rates can go. And from the Fed standpoint, I don't know how we can get hawkish coming off the worst non-farm payrolls we've had in over a year last year. They've been very clear it's going to be data dependent.
Well, let me push you on that, Trent. Hold on. We got jobless claims today, up 14,000, which is less than expected. This is a number that you don't want to see climb too much. And we are looking at fewer layoffs. Week after week, this number has started to look good. In fact, the average of new claims last month dropping by 3,000, touching the lowest level since the year 2000.
The claim numbers do look good, Liz, but here's my point. If they're going to raise rates in June, you would have to assume that the data has gotten better in their opinion than what it was prior. And if we have 13, 14 straight months of plus 200,000 job creation, if last month's number becomes an anomaly, maybe we can reconsider, but I just don't know that you could look at the U.S. economic data lately as anything but spotty. And I just think it was better 6 months ago than what it is now. So why are you going to raise rates in June?
Lauren, the dollar today, the movement favored the upside once again, and we saw it fighting back, showing some strength here. Very interesting behavior because the market didn't take that as a scary potential.
The dollar has been all over the place, but generally strong lately. The way it moved the market today, a little bit interesting. When you're talking about earnings season, and I'm bringing that up because this is the wild card, everybody's expecting not a great earnings season, and the strong dollar has a lot to do with that. So does weak oil prices. But the earnings that we've gotten have been all over the place. Alcoa, a disappointment. Bed Bath & Beyond, a disappointment. Those two stocks, major stocks today to the downside, yet you have a huge winner, Walgreens Boots Alliance.
Well, tomorrow's a new day, and guess what? As you saw that shot flicker with John Buckingham, the guy who's been beating Buffett for the past 15 years, we lost that shot due to technical difficulties. We are so sorry, but we are going to try to bring him back tomorrow because what a story he's got to tell. Which stocks is he buying now? And again, his performance on an annualized return has beaten Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha, over the past 15 years. So we hope to get him back, and we do apologize for that. Closing bell 4 minutes away. The legend on Wall Street, Blackstone advisor.